Good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Misty England.
And I'm Matt Davenport. We start tonight with continuing coverage. It was day 20 of the Chad Daybell trial.
And today we heard a lot of witness testimony and evidence. I take a look at some of that key information from today. And we do want to warn you that some of the details and images you're about to see are graphic. Katherine Dace, a forensic biologist with Idaho State Police, first on the stand Thursday. She said she got 18 tools from Chad Daybell's property the day they found JJ and Tylee's remains. 9 tested positive for blood. On at least 2 shovels, Dace says she found blood and what appeared to be charred bits of human matter. From one shovel, she was able to get enough of that material for a DNA sample.
The DNA profile from this item matched Tylee Ryan. It is at least 604 octillion times more likely to see this DNA profile if Tylee Ryan is the source than if an unrelated, randomly selected individual from the general population is the source.
Both photos and some of the actual tools were shown in court. Dace said she had also found evidence on a pickaxe.
It did have some stains that tested positive for blood. I also examined the head of the tool, which was dirty, and I removed the dirt that was adhered to the surface. And underneath that dirt, I found what I thought could be ashes and human remains embedded in the eye of this pickaxe.
She was able to get a partial DNA sample for comparative testing, and
Tylee Ryan was a possible contributor to that partial DNA profile. It is at least 159 trillion times more likely to see this DNA profile if it originated from Tylee Ryan.
2 spots of blood on the pickaxe handle also gave Dace a DNA profile.
This DNA profile also matched Tylee Ryan.
FBI intelligence analyst Benjamin Dean also on the stand Thursday. He looked into tips from the public about JJ and Tylee's disappearance and later looked at devices seized from Chad's house in January 2020. Those included Blu-ray discs with data from some of Chad's devices. Among other data, there were texts between Chad and Tammy Daybell, including the infamous raccoon text.
Well, I've had an interesting morning. I felt I should burn all the limb debris by the fire pit before it got too soaked by the coming storms. While I did so, I spotted a big raccoon along the fence. I hurried and got my gun, and he was still walking along. I got close enough that one shot did the trick. He is now in our pet cemetery. Fun times.
Dean explains why he felt that particular message was significant.
It was simply longer and more detailed than any of the other messages that had been exchanged or would be exchanged between Tammy and Chad as they appeared on this device. So generally speaking, messages sent between the two were relatively short, and they dealt with things, routine matters, household matters, and things of that nature. The date also caught my attention
because it was sent September 9th, 2019 at 10:53 a.m., the day after Tylee Ryan was last seen alive. Kauai Police Detective Colin Nesbet was also on the stand today. He described what they found in Chad and Lori's vehicle and condo in Hawaii. It included Tylee's debit card, JJ's iPad, social security cards, and birth certificates for both kids, 17 copies of Charles Vallow's death certificate, and more than $10,000 in cash.